Cleaner Pro.
Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, let's just dive right into a hidden digital threat that's actually lurking right under our fingertips, literally every time we use our computers. I'm talking about copying and pasting. It's absolute muscle memory for all of us, right? But the reality of what actually travels through your system when you hit those keyboard shortcuts is fascinating and honestly kind of concerning. So, to understand exactly what's going on, we're going to explore this specialized tool designed to tackle this exact problem called Ace Paste Cleaner Pro. So what is your clipboard hiding? You know, we copy and paste constantly throughout the day, but have you ever stopped to wonder what invisible instructions might be hitching a ride in your clipboard? When you grab a paragraph from a website, a PDF, or an AI chatbot, it's so easy to assume you're only picking up the letters and numbers you actually see on the screen. But the digital reality, it's much more complex. Your clipboard is basically a blind courier. It scoops up the whole package, whatever's bundled in that text block, and just bluntly delivers it to your next destination, regardless of whether human eyes can even detect the payload. And the difference between the human view and the machine view perfectly illustrates the core issue here. To our eyes, a copied sentence might look perfectly clean, totally innocent, but to a machine, that exact same sentence can be a chaotic mess of hidden Unicode characters. We're talking zero-width spaces, bitty overrides that literally control text direction, and variation selectors. These characters render as absolutely nothing on your monitor. They just aren't there to you. But to your software, your word processors, and your code editors, they are loud and clear, hiding right there in plain sight. Now, this quirk of digital text isn't just an annoyance. It's evolved into a massive modern security issue. The invisible threat is very real, especially with modern AI-generated text. Bad actors are actively using this specific set of invisible characters. It's called the U+E0000 tag range, and they use these to secretly smuggle hidden prompt injection payloads right into AI conversations. Imagine you copy a totally normal-looking summary from a chatbot, paste it into another system, and hidden in the invisible gaps between those letters are instructions commanding that new AI to, say, exfiltrate data or bypass its own safety guardrails. Because you can't see the characters, you'd never even realize you were the one executing the attack. Crazy, right? But, okay, let's step back from the high-level security threats for a second, because even without hackers, invisible text causes mundane, hair-pulling pain for us all. Everyday formatting frustrations. We've all been there. You paste a paragraph from a PDF and boom, your document is completely wrecked with broken line breaks. You have to manually backspace one by one. Or you copy a web snippet and it drags along weird smart quotes or unwanted markdown. When if you use AI a lot, you definitely know the pain of AI debris, those annoying hash marks, plus signs, and triple asterisks littering your final draft. It's a massive drain on our productivity. Enter our solution, Ace Paste Cleaner Pro. This tool is basically a decontamination chamber for your clipboard. It's specifically designed to instantly neutralize those invisible, potentially dangerous payloads while simultaneously scrubbing away all those annoying formatting glitches we just talked about. It operates across every single script and language, cleaning your copied text before you ever drop it into its final destination, basically making absolutely sure that what you see is truly all that you get. Let's break down how this works. Functionally, it acts as a highly customizable scrubber, and it's divided into three main workflows. First up, junk removal. This gives you the power to collapse extra spaces, trim lines, or even strip out all numbers and dates with just a single click. Then, for the developers out there, the code and AI cleanup is an absolute lifesaver. It automatically removes common programming comments like double slashes or hashes. And finally, case transform. It can instantly convert a messy block of text into perfectly clean uppercase, lowercase, or title case. You can even set up to 25 custom find and replace pairs in a single pass. It is total control. But here is the absolutely crucial point and a major philosophical choice by the developers. The core security feature is always on, with no opt-out. While you can totally toggle your formatting preferences, like maybe today you want to keep your emojis, but tomorrow you want them gone, the removal of those dangerous, invisible Unicode characters from that U+E000 range, that happens on every single paste, automatically. You literally cannot turn it off. And that makes sense. You can't fight a threat you can't see, so the software just takes the responsibility of stripping those hidden instructions out of your hands entirely. It acts as a non-negotiable layer of security. And despite all that power under the hood, the actual workflow is incredibly frictionless. It provides this completely neutral surface that turns what used to be a really tedious sanitization process into something immediate. Step 1, you just drop in your messy, potentially risky text. Step 2, the tool instantly scrubs the formatting based on your toggles while neutralizing those invisible threats. And step 3, you just copy the newly sanitized output. It's a quick drop zone designed to fit right into your existing habits without slowing you down for even a second. Now, you might be wondering about privacy, because when you're creating a drop zone for copied text, handling sensitive information is pretty much inevitable, right? Whether it's a developer pasting proprietary code, an author staging an unpublished draft, or just someone cleaning up private notes, you need to know your data isn't being harvested. Well, Ace Paste operates with 100% local processing. This is a real game changer. Everything happens entirely within your active browser tab. This client-side architecture guarantees that any text you paste is processed strictly by your own machine's memory and nowhere else. And because it's completely local, that brings us to this massive point. 0% trust required. Absolutely no data ever leaves your device. Period. There are no external servers processing your text in the cloud, and there are no databases logging your activity. In fact, you don't even need an account to securely clean your text. No login walls, no uploading, no friction whatsoever. You don't have to blindly trust the developers with your data because, architecturally speaking, they simply don't have access to it. Because it is so secure and versatile, it really becomes the ultimate everyday scratchpad for almost any profession. Developers can use it to safely stage and inspect code snippets without hidden characters causing massive debugging nightmares. AI prompters rely on it as a temporary staging area to sanitize text before feeding it to an LLM. Writers treat it as a neutral surface to strip formatting from Word docs. Students use it to cleanly organize quotes from PDFs without battling broken spacing. Honestly, it even works perfectly as a diagnostic tool just to troubleshoot your clipboard when your system starts acting weird. Oh, and for those of you who want even faster, totally frictionless access, there's also a Chrome extension available. This takes that core functionality and integrates it seamlessly right into your browser. So you can scrub your text directly from the clipboard without even opening a new tab. You just copy the raw text, click to clean it via the extension, and bam, paste your perfectly sanitized data exactly where it needs to go. So, as you head back to your daily digital routines, whether you're coding, writing, or researching, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought to ponder. We treat copy and paste as this basic, mundane utility, but it is actually a really complex transfer of digital data that we almost never inspect. Next time you hit Control-C and Control-V, especially when dealing with AI-generated text, take a second to ask yourself, are you just pasting words, or are you unwittingly carrying invisible commands? Who is really writing the hidden instructions inside your clipboard? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay curious, and hey, always keep your text clean.
Copy and paste are no longer safe, so use Ace Paste Cleaner Pro.